Well, Tan TV, here we go. Getting ready to taste. So they want me to break it and everything. That's how I do.
That's how you do it. That's how you gotta do it. You see that smoke coming from there? Look at that.
All right, let me taste this wing. I'm gonna taste this bite here.
There you go.
Lord have mercy. You better get away from me, girl, because this is good, so good.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm loving this job, producer. Very good. Very cheesy. Now, that was a cheesy little ploy on words, huh? That was one. But it's very good macaroni cheese. Now I'm going to dig into these greens. Glad we get it to not get better. Wonderful. Crystal, I'm telling you, I'm just not saying this because we're on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. That when it comes to food, Crystal, I don't play. This is wonderful. This is the soul food.
That's the soul food Sunday.
And y'all come on. Is it on Sunday, served on Sunday?
It's served on Sunday.
Hello and welcome, y'all, to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. It's Thursday night, y'all. It's Thursday night, y'all. And we're here with Sports Talk. You're in the room, y'all. So let's, you saw the introduction. Let's bring the fellas in. I think everybody has landed. All my Eagles has landed. So let's bring in the fellas tonight. Looking sharp, looking sharp, looking sharp.
Yeah. Feel looking like a temptation reject.
Oh man, Phil, he had to sting you. He had to sting you hard, man. But you're looking sharp there, brother. You know,
you might get some of their rejected songs too.
Oh, okay. I just messing around. I was just messing around.
Looking real sharp there, Phil. Look real sharp there, sir.
Tell us what's happening, my brother. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just in San Diego and getting ready to go to dinner with my wife. She's here for a conference, and I got a show.
My man, hey, well, you're looking sharp, man. I like how you're coordinating, man. That's nice. You learned well from
Thank you.
V-Dog. You got
yeah, I did. From
yeah,
you.
Yeah. You're looking good though. Hey, fellas, I want to thank everybody for showing up. Mark, how you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm tripping because I don't see Phil's shoulders. I'm thinking I'm in the wrong show. Put my headphones on.
Hey, he dress up. He dress up nicely though. He clean up nicely. That's how they say it. He clean up nicely now. Okay, y'all. Well, let's get right to it. And my first question, man, I'm gonna start off the question that Mr. Philip Townsend put on the thread uh, about Mark, your boy. He's hurt again. Batman is hurt.
And your point is what?
My point is, are they gonna make it playoffs? Are they gonna even make it to the play-in game? That's my point. And give me, Mark, I need 3 seconds.
3 seconds? Wow.
That's enough. That's enough for you, Mark. Thank you very much. We're gonna move on to Jeremy. Yeah. No.
he want to cut that because he already know the answer.
What? What's the answer, Mark?
They have to stay relatively healthy. They can't lose both. I mean, even though AD had been out, I think AD will be back. And it definitely didn't help that D'Angelo Russell was hurt. They're going to need 2 to 3, preferably LeBron, but the schedule can be a little bit favorable for them. So I think that they're playing with a purpose. They're playing with a playoff purpose. So I think that in most of those games where they're playing, teams aren't necessarily pushing that hard. I think that's where they'll have a chance to do so. So I think the chances are better than average that they will get into the playoffs. Probably be the play-in more likely.
What do you say, Jeremiah? What's your thoughts on uh, uh, King James and them?
Uh, I think I think they're gonna be. I think they have a good opportunity with what they have left and the games they have left. The next, they probably lose to Warriors. There's a good possibility they lose to Warriors without AD. They're gonna need AD to beat the Warriors. The Grizzlies, that's up in the air. We've seen what happened when they played the Grizzlies, but I think they can beat the Timberwolves. They can beat the Raptors. They can beat the Knicks. They can beat the Pelicans and the Rockets. So these next 7 games, they can go 5-2. But with the cast of players that they have, they can go 5-2. But AD has to be back. LeBron's going to be out for at least 3 weeks as of right now, and so AD can't be in street clothes for them to do what they need to do.
Oh, okay. Phil, what do you say, baby? Because NAD in street clothes.
Look, I can tell you right now. Look, I'm going to give it to you short and succinct. The thing is that the Lakers not only will make the play-in, but they will make the playoffs with LeBron James taking a few games out. If you look, they have one of the easiest schedules left as far as the competition goes. They're in 10th place. They're only 2 games out of 5th spot. Think about that. They're going to get some 2-for-1s because some of the teams that they need to get in front of, they're going to play them and actually beat them. So you can see where the Lakers potentially could end up in this spot. So don't feel sorry for the Lakers because LeBron James isn't there right now, because they will be in the playoffs. Because Anthony Davis will be back. The real key will be D'Angelo Russell. Thank you.
Well, correction field, they're in the 11th spot. The loss that they had the other night hurt them. If they would have won that game the other night when all the other people in front of them lost, then they would. But they lost. They're in the 11th spot.
Well, Jeremiah, I can only go with what the pundits today said. Your word gets kind of suspect at times. So
I'm looking at the standings right here on the tube. They're in the 11th spot.
But you said that the other day with the correction on their position. Turns out, I hate to say it, but I was correct. But look, I'm only repeating what someone else said, not what I looked at.
It's on TV right here. It's on TV right here. They're in the 11th spot.
I'm looking at it too. They're in the 11th spot.
So that's how I knew you were wrong. This time you could very well be correct because you be going against what someone else said.
I will go ahead and back up, and I'm looking at it because I had the standings up myself. I was looking at it, and the Lakers are definitely 11th by a full game behind Utah and the Pelicans. I think they'll catch them.
So you see what I said, Jeremiah? Taking the word of someone else makes you correct. But when I looked at it, the last time when I said it, I was correct. So look, I'll give you this much. You can surely be correct over some people.
And just, I was happy to be looking at the standings because my Wizards just won, and they're going to get in 6th place. Now I know that's not there, but just a little side note, they're going to get 6th place before it's all said and done.
Woo, man. Okay, y'all. Well, that sounds like a winner. So we got a couple hopefuls. Well, I guess all 3 of you guys. I got maybe 3 hopefuls. Lakers ain't drinking them, brother.
There's 4 hopefuls. You hoping the other way around because you hoping.
Well, I hope they do get in so they can get blasted out the first round. So that so they'll probably get blasted out the first round. I want to give a shout out to Sedaria in the house. I want to give a good shout out.
What's up, Sedaria?
Hey, Vance, think about this, Vance. LeBron's out for 3 weeks, so that's 3 weeks of rest. AD been out for I don't know how long, so he's rested. They are a rested team that's supposed to come into the playoffs that you're gonna have to play. You don't want to mess with that with the squad they got right now.
Okay. I like to see them get to the play-in and get and play Memphis first round and shut them fools up.
Okay, well let's move on then. We'll move on and get to something
unsolicited answer.
A little better. Okay, fellas. So my man's debut was last night, and
your man now?
Huh?
Is your
So
man now?
KD, your man now, huh?
No, no, no,
He a man cause he
no,
was Phoenix now, huh?
no.
You ain't never said he was your man, but now you say he your man.
I'm sorry, Dan. If that's the case, I'm just saying, with KD, I'm still with Milwaukee. It don't change for me, fellas. I'm still consistent. So I don't know why you're playing and y'all consistent too. Them Lakers consistent too. It's consistently losing. But
I'm
anyway,
not a Lakers fan. So I don't know what you're talking about. But go ahead.
I'm not
you
a
a
Lakers
Lakers
fan
fan?
either. I'm not a Lakers
Oh,
fan
y'all
either.
okay? LeBron fan. Y'all. Oh Lord, have mercy.
I
But
mean,
anyway,
respect what LeBron does, but I'm a
KD's
Washington Wizards fan.
debut was last night, and Phil, where do you put Phoenix now in that Western Conference?
Same place they've been. I don't think. Look, Phoenix, as far as I'm concerned, they're at best I could give them a number 2 spot, but I'll leave them right at a number 3 spot. That doesn't look. I'm not concerned about that moving the needle that much for me with Phoenix. I'm telling you right now, as I told you before this happened, look out for the Lakers. That's all you need to know.
Jeremiah, what you got to say? Lord have mercy.
Phoenix is good. Like I always said, I said with KD coming over, they are the mid-range king. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and KD, they shoot the mid-range shot very well. A lot of their points come off the mid-range shot, which a lot of teams don't do. That's going to open up for Ayton because you cannot double team KD, you cannot double team Booker. So that's going to open up for Ayton. Ayton might be on a small person, or he might be one-on-one. This is the time that Ayton has to earn his money. If he's who he say he is, this is the time where he has to show it and do what he got to do. Like I said, Phoenix is going to be good. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. But the West is going to be tough. They're not automatic. They're not automatic.
Okay. What do you say, Mark?
Um, I kind of wouldn't jump to say I think Phoenix will win the West. I think when it all gets said and done, I think that they will probably win the Western Conference. I know the lack of depth that they lost and the defense from losing. I forget my
Bridges.
man's name. Who went to
Bridges.
Bridges? Yeah, Bridges. Thank you. That hurts definitely.
And Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish.
Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson. Oh, Cam Johnson. Yeah, those two definitely hurt that depth and defensive end of it. But I think that they got enough defensive players, or enough defensive smarts, length that will cause problems enough. And with their offensive prowess, they'll be fine. So I'm picking Phoenix to win it. I think they'll end up in third, though. I don't think they're going to catch Memphis or Denver, but they can catch Sacramento.
Okay. That sound like a winner. We'll see though. Like I
Yeah.
said, yeah, it's because you got Chris Paul still. Whether he's going to be there through, and then Devin Booker's inconsistency. We'll see though. We'll see.
What inconsistency with Devin Booker?
What inconsistency?
Never mind, Vance.
What you mean?
Don't.
What inconsistency?
Hold on. Tell me. I was watching the game and I caught the tail. Did you say Devin Booker inconsistent?
Yes.
Okay.
Because of his injuries and the hamstring
Yes. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Let's show up.
Inconsistent health.
That's injury, Vance, not inconsistency.
All right.
We're saying. So you're saying inconsistent.
He's not that he hadn't shown that night after night for the playoff step up consistently. No.
Vance.
Okay.
Let's move
on because we've already demonstrated Vance doesn't know what he's talking about.
You see the way I'm looking, right? Y'all see the look on my face. He done made me dumbfounded.
What?
My God.
What?
Devin Booker's inconsistent.
I see it as far as being when it's time to show up in the playoffs to win. He has yes, he's inconsistent.
Okay, man.
To be considered like a KD. He's good. He's good. He shows up. He can score. He can do all that, but I'm not.
This is why we don't let Vance
He don't
talk.
bring it all the time.
Okay, think about this, Vance.
Hmm?
Okay,
He
you
don't
say
have point, but he
okay,
just
okay,
don't do
okay.
it all the time.
Say he is
That's it.
inconsistent. Say he's inconsistent. But now that they got KD, that's a lot of the pressure is off Booker. So he ain't got to be the main scorer now.
But
So where you think it's go now?
That was Jeremiah. That was the case anyway. Once you add Kevin Durant, he's instantly the best player on the team. So the pressure is off of Booker. Let's not even go into that with Vance. Okay, Vance, you're wrong, but we're gonna move on, man. You looking like that? I don't know why you looking like that, Vance.
I'm just talking about it's play in the past. What are you talking about?
I got you. We're saying that you're absolutely
So
wrong.
you hoping in the future he's just you. So you're saying just like
we're saying you're absolutely.
You already none of you guys said that, but Jeremiah was to put them closest to winning the West over there. You too didn't have them. Yeah, they were like,
hold on.
Why?
Did you say Jeremiah?
You didn't even get that right.
Yes.
You didn't even get that right.
Said that Phoenix was going to win the West. You didn't catch that?
Oh, okay, good.
All right, never mind. Move on. Next question. For the next question.
Hey, Vance.
So we just have Vance pantomime.
Do you remember the next question? Because you certainly didn't remember what I said.
Okay, so I'm glad you think so. I mean, I'm glad you think so. Win the West? No, I don't know. Winning. I don't know about.
We know you don't know. That's about the rightest thing you've said right now. Exactly. That is Thursday, and you don't know. That's the two things you said right.
Exactly.
They're just gonna have a hard time getting past the Clippers if they meet the Clippers. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. Okay. Watch what I say. Boom. All right, y'all. Let's take a station break, man, and we come back. You know what? We're gonna come back to you, Phil, after this station break, man, because we dressed up, and I know you got a hot dinner date to go out and out in town. So first of all, but I want to give a shout out to Bella Black. Y'all give a shout out to Bella Black.
What's going on, Miss Bella? What's going on, Sedaria?
And then I'm gonna give a shout out to BCP, the Bexar County Panthers, y'all. They're practicing now. They starting their spring practice, so make sure you go out there and check them out and become. You want to see some young tights running, ages 4 to 13, and we'll be back.
Yeah.
TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global feel. And now we're gonna go. Well, we're gonna have to flip it up and switch it. Our first favorite segment of the night will be coming from our man that's dressed up. He casted clean, boy. He Brian McKnight clean, ladies and gentlemen. Phil knows it all. Phil, talk to us tonight, my brother.
Hey, well, look, let's talk about congressional exploitation of women in the workforce. And what I mean by that is that we know that the majority of people in the workforce are women. We know that the lowest paid jobs in America are the minimum wage jobs. 2/3 of them are occupied by women. And we have a Congress that refuses to raise the limit to them above the subsistence level. Can we just get it to where they can actually do something? You know, part of the reason for the drop in women in the workplace, and also this whole thing, I'm just going to call it like it is. It's about keeping women in their place. Look, Joe Biden right now, President Biden, is if they get their child care act passed through Congress and things, that'll help a lot with women in the workforce. You know, women of childbearing age are literally of the most discriminated people in the workforce you can get in, because that's part of keeping them at lower wages, because they pay the penalty for actually being the ones who can bear the children. Now, also, look, it's shameful that Congress, if they wanted to do something else to bring women's salaries up to the level of men's salaries, it's easy for them to pass transparency acts done, because there are all of these companies that are either headed by men, or just the fact that the whole scene is controlled by men, to where that transparency isn't done. You hear it all the time. Whatever you do, don't say what your salary is. And it's because on average, women are being paid so much lower than men's wages. You can look at professional fields. Could you imagine being a female doctor doing the same job? You went through everything that your male counterpart did, and you are going to set up and make $20,000 less than him, and you don't have a means to find out. Well, that may not totally be true, because in Texas, I happen to know that you can go to the state capitol and find out. But you know what? They make you sign a ledger that you came in to see it, to see what salaries were. Oh, I'd say that's a form of intimidation. So all I'm saying is, federal government, let's get some transparency acts in there. Let's raise the minimum wage, and let's get some child care in there for women, especially of childbearing age. Get that minimum wage up. Thank you.
Want to thank you for that, Phil. That was right on time, man. Get it, y'all. And don't forget, y'all, make sure early elections, in Texas, I believe it's April 24th. So make sure you guys, it's so important that we vote at the local level. So make sure we do that. Thank you, Phil. And right now, before we move on, y'all, I just want to give a shout out one of our upcoming shows that's on Sunday. Out of bounds with T Rex, y'all. This Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check him out on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. Okay, y'all.
That's
Let's
a good title for a show of his. Where'd you? Never mind. Never mind.
Out of bounds with T Rex, baby. They thinking outside the box. That's still with TAN TV. So
I'm waiting for him to have Phil on the show.
have who?
Phil.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Whenever we'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
what's happening. But right
get
now,
him on
y'all,
there.
we talking sports talk on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we're gonna jump to our second favorite segment of the night. And Phil, if you can hang with us, man. I know you got something hot. Just let us know, and we wish you well, man. Enjoy yourself out there in the Diego, and enjoy, man. Okay, so we're gonna
Yes,
move
sir.
on. All right. We'll move on with our second favorite segment of the night, y'all, in the segment we call Just a Doggone Minute, hosted by none other than Jeremiah Watts of the Two Dog Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Jeremiah, what you talking about tonight, brother?
All right. What I'm talking about tonight, I'll be doggone if we have a football player that knew and heard what the cost was to play football, but you decided to go ahead and play anyway. And now that your career is over, you hollering about you can't run, you can't do this, you can't do that. Mr. Byron Jones, you knew the cost of playing football. You knew what the cost could have been. You showed out at the combine. You got picked up and you played 8 years, and now you complaining about the aches and the pains and not being able to run, not being able to do this and do that. Hey man, you lived and got a ransom wage for what you did. You knew what you were going to get into when you did it. Don't complain about it now. Don't get upset about it now. You had the opportunity to do something different, but you didn't. You decided to live out your dream and play football. And things is, a lot of the information about CTE and everything else was out in 2015 when you got drafted. So you didn't really go in blind like a lot of the other players. You played in a time where the rules was changed quite a bit. Don't complain, man. Hey, you chose to play. That's the way it was. That's the way it is. And then you have the ex-NBA players, the old heads. I understand how y'all feel, but don't cry because these players are making $100 million and they're able to move team to team. If y'all moved team to team, but because of social media wasn't there, a lot of the things that y'all might have didn't nobody hear about. We hear about everything that these players now are doing. We didn't hear about you all complaining to the upper echelon people that, hey, either you're going to get me some players or get me out of here. Now these players are taking control of their own destiny. I understand, and I agree. Some of the stuff they're doing is ludicrous and ruining and messing things up, but still, they're taking control where back then, the GMs and the owners, they took control. They said where you was going to go. But now these players are in control and they saying where they want to go and where they don't want to go. Hey, that's just the signs of the times. Don't hate on them because the way things are and the way things is happening. If someone wants to stay in a place and stay there and live out their career, go for it. But if you want to move and go somewhere that's better, that's paying you more money and a better and can get you where you want to go, where you ain't got to get your head banged around, go for that too. You got to make the move. What they got to make the move what's best for their family, just like the old heads did. Y'all did what y'all did. What was best for your family. So stop all the complaining. We know how things was. You know how things was when you was playing. It is what it is, and I'd be doggone if I'm not out.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Hey, man, that's telling it like it is, man. It's it's a shame, man. That's just like if our ancestors hadn't sacrificed for us to get ahead as much as we did as a people. It's the same thing, man. It's and then also to me, it's like when the owners do something, against a player, then we fighting, then we're saying, hey, man, we're pissed off at that. So man, hey, get it, players, and the times have changed and things gonna really change. So you better get while you can because
You got
they
that
locking,
right.
they locking up their money
For sure.
generationally. So
All right, good stuff, Jeremiah. Hey, look, fellas, it was great. Hey, why not me? I'm out of here. Gotta go. Duty calls.
All
my
right, go
man,
eat
have
some.
a
All right,
good
Go
man.
eat some of that Chi bird food. Go ahead, eat some of that Chi bird food.
All right. Peace.
and get Dr. Bailey our love, man, and we can't wait.
All right, Phil.
We'll do.
All right, peace out.
Later.
All right, Phil.
All right, man.
Okay, y'all. So old heads be complaining, man, but then how we gonna progress now? So anyway, that was good, Jeremiah. Appreciate that. So, fellas, what I wanted, I got a question for you. And Mark, we have been talking about our MVP candidates that we have. I still got Jokic. Mark, uh, you picked Embiid.
Yeah, we were talking.
Okay, well, we just saw Embiid and then Dallas play. Philadelphia played Dallas tonight. So you still, what do you think of your candidate?
What did he
As they
do? I think
lost, Philadelphia lost.
Dallas beat him, huh?
Yeah, Dallas beat them tonight, man. So just, what do you think
I
about
mean,
this
I mean,
MVP race?
I mean,
Go ahead.
he did his job. 35 points off of 13 to 21 shooting, 9-13 from the line. He had 8 rebounds, only 3 turnovers. I mean, they're not getting the production. James Harden had put up 27 points. 27 points, 13 assists. They're not playing defense to stop him. They give him 133 points. They scored 126. Um, Kyrie and Luca both were over 40 points. So that was a tough matchup with them with the guards because guard wise, size wise, they're not. It's a tough matchup with them with Luca and Kyrie. But Embiid is doing his job, man. Philadelphia is where they are at this point because of Embiid solely. So
So who's your pick there, Jeremiah? Your MVP lead?
My MVP is Embiid. Embiid. I've been saying this Embiid. And
Embiid.
Embiid, he putting up the numbers. You know, we holler about Jokic putting up numbers. Well, Embiid is putting up numbers. He's carrying. You want to tell? He's carrying Philadelphia. He's carrying them.
Do you think,
You
man? Do
know,
you think?
Harden is giving them some points. They finally Maxey is back in the starting rotation. I don't know why they took Maxey out. Tobias Harris is still stealing money because
Tobias is playing, but he's not consistent.
Tobias Harris ain't playing. The other day he had 2 points.
He
You're a
keeping his
starter.
mouth closed and keeping his job.
That's what it is. He keeping his mouth closed and keeping his job. Tobias Harris is stealing money.
They don't want nobody to know. He ain't trying to raise his hand.
They put Maxey back in the starting lineup. They put Melton back on the bench, being the 6th man. Either Tobias Harris or Melton. One of them got to alternate on being coming off the bench. And to me, I think it'd be Melton over Tobias Harris over Melton because Melton is more consistent than Tobias Harris. PJ Tucker, how much toughness is he bringing to the team? Because he ain't bringing no points.
Jeremiah.
PJ's
It's
playoffs.
It's over. It's over.
They need to put PJ Tucker on the bench and put some scores up on the court.
It's over for PJ Tucker. He's done well. Not trying to hate, but it's over.
Unless he can come out there and
playoffs. He's the playoffs. He shows up during the playoffs.
Unless he can come out there and do some karate moves.
What? Okay. So we got 2 Embiids.
Huh? But I'm gonna say to you, Jeremiah, Jokic is carrying Denver. I'm looking at the stats. Jokic is averaging a triple double.
I'm not saying Jokic's not doing that, but Embiid deserves this MVP.
They probably will still give it to Jokic. They got the best record in the West, though. The time that Embiid should have won it probably was last year.
Yeah,
but I'm just looking at the team success. They're going to base it off team success. Now, Jokic is having 24.5 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. 10 assists even. And if you look at Embiid, I'm looking at him. Embiid he's averaging 33 points, 10 rebounds. He's not going to get double digits assists. Doesn't need to. Got a point guard there. He's got 4 assists, 1.5 blocks. I mean, that's a hell of good numbers right there, but Denver just has a better team. So aesthetically they're gonna give it to Jokic to justify it because they got a better record.
Okay.
And they could justify it with other things too.
Okay. Well, let me take a quick station break, y'all, and then when we come back, we're gonna hear my third favorite segment of the night, y'all. It's simply what we call Mark's Rants. So we're going to find out what Mark's ranting about tonight. But before we do that, y'all, I want to talk about yesterday at our city council, we had some young ladies that are put out a bid to the city council to put the Natural Hair Act, the Crown, which is called the Crown Act, on the bill. I mean, which is ridiculous, man. It's still today in 2023 that our people, men and women, are in the workplace and they're being harassed and discriminated against because of their hair. The hair that grows naturally from their head, their natural hair, and it's ridiculous and now we have to come up with an act so we can wear our natural hair in the workplace. And so this Sunday at 6 p.m. It's called the Lemonade Circle. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Okay, it's it's called the Lemonade Circle, and like I said, these make sure it's a natural hair with. They have a special guest. Will be Jalen McAvee, McKee Rodriguez, the councilman. Jalen Rodriguez, the councilman, and it's hosted by Francine Proser Johnson. Okay, so this Sunday on Tan TV at 6 p.m. y'all Central Time. Check it out, and it's great, man. The young ladies did their presentation in front of City Council yesterday. Outstanding, outstanding. So just want to let y'all know. And now, drum roll. Our main man, our nationally turned comedian, with his segment we simply call Mark's Rants. Mark, what you ranting about tonight, my brother?
I wasn't here last week on last week. I don't know if anyone talked about it in chance because I was really running around, and so I'm going to talk about this, and because it's still developing and it's going his way. My man Michael Irvin, Dallas Cowboy, great Hurricane, the playmaker, and he's been on NFL Network as a regular and was reoccurring himself on ESPN, specifically First Take. He got screwed during the Super Bowl weekend. If you don't know, in Phoenix there was a woman who he had spoke to briefly, now just worked at the hotel. Suddenly, all of a sudden, she made some claim about him doing something inappropriate or saying something inappropriate or both. And Marriott woke this man up in the middle of the night and told him he had to leave the hotel room immediately. Not only on that was enough to kick him out of the hotel, they went and decided to tell NFL Network and it got to ESPN what he was accused, not proven to be, but accused of, and that's why he wasn't working that weekend, of being ceased from working the Super Bowl for NFL Network and ESPN coverage. And they said they had video footage of what was going on. Well, I think looking at this alleged reports upon what Marriott did and claiming on Michael Irvin, that it's showing that they're punching holes in this. Michael Irvin is suing them for $100 million, the whole Marriott Corporation, and it looks like he's going to have to force them to settle. And right now, as I say, he just got the judge, because it was in Texas court, and Marriott had got it put to federal court because it was in Arizona, and they took it to federal court. Federal court granted the wish because they've been holding out on turning over and disclosing the name of the accuser and the video, a video of the footage of that interaction that was not even 2 minutes long for the most part, that they interacted with each other, which would show. They said shows what went on, and Michael Irvin says if you got the video, it'll exonerate him. Marriott has been holding off of that, but now they just granted the federal judge, held by March 7th, that's next week, next Tuesday, they will have to turn over that video. They did leave out that they're going to leave the accuser's name out, and that Marriott can redact the name off there to be shown. But I think after all of this said and done, it's going to help exonerate Michael Irvin, clear his name. Marriott is looking bad on this, just doing what they did. And on top of that, they're doing all this stuff to fight to move the case, doing all these things here. And then in the end, when they see it slipping, they're trying to say, well, they want it thrown out because it's not really Marriott. We're just a name corporation, and we lend the name out. And that no, but you banned him from all Marriotts worldwide. You banned Michael Irvin worldwide for all Marriotts based on this accusation. You, as the corporation who sponsored the NFL, went and tattletaled like a bunch of little girls I ain't even gonna put on female, just a bunch of little kids that don't know any better, that this is what he did. Now, when you see it coming to falling apart, and you probably looked at the video and realize you want to lose some money, you want to back away from it by saying, "Well, it really isn't Marriott." And cover this other person's name if it's just them that went on their own. So, shame on Marriott. Shame on the Marriott Corporation. I'm gonna pay attention to the hotels I check in, and anything with Marriott's name on it, I'm not dealing with it. I call on a lot of us, calling all of us, boycott Marriott, because they'll do it to Michael Irvin. Imagine what they'll do to you. So good luck to Michael Irvin on this. Looks good in his situation, and I hope justice will prevail swiftly for him. Sue their pants off, Michael, and loan me a couple mil when you get done. That's it for me, man.
Yeah, we all, yes, man. We're gonna get our reparations one way or another, man. That's
Man,
crazy, man. That's crazy, man. So, but anyway, man, I do want to say, Mark, that's very good rant. Appreciate that rant. Also, Jeremiah, just a doggone minute. And also, before he got out of here, Phil knows it all, man. So I just want to say, y'all, Tan TV will be participating in a Black Excellence event with the San Antonio Spurs this Saturday. We'll be out promoting Tan TV, Mark. So we're gonna get in the Spurs, man. Get down and see if we can't get some of these. See what we can do. What kind of partnership we can build with the San Antonio Spurs, man. So we can get in that NBA and see what kind we can navigate, man. I can see us doing some things sometimes. Anyway. So guys, I got one more question, man. So right now, after the All Star break, how do you see the Western Conference? And real quick, just and who you got coming out the West? And then, like I said, we're just predicting, and also the East. Real quick, and we'll say that, and then I think I'll close it on out. And if you got anything else you guys want to bring up, we'll do it right now, and we're gonna get on out of here till next Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday next week. So, what do you say, Mark? Talk to me.
as far as who I have winning it, or do I have playing
Coming
in
out,
the?
just say coming out the West and coming out the East.
Well, I mean, I think Phoenix is. I think it's going to come down to Phoenix and Denver.
Okay. Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. Not that I'm trying to pump them, but I wouldn't be surprised if Golden State gets healthy that they don't surpass them. I don't think Denver's a playoff team, but I don't think they're built for the playoffs. And in the East, I think the top two here should be there health wise. Milwaukee and Boston, and I'll give the edge to Boston on that.
Okay.
So if you're looking, I'm looking at calling it here in March, the second day of March. I'll go
Yeah.
Boston, Phoenix.
Okay. That's what's look. Boston, Phoenix. Okay. What do you say, Jeremiah?
Uh, I'm sort of
And
like
don't be surprised if my Wizards do something. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm like you know right now it's a little bit too soon, man. But if I just had to make a guess, I'm like Mark, Boston and Phoenix. If I just had to make a guess.
Hold on. If you're saying too soon, guess. Okay, my Wizards and the Suns. Too soon, guess. I'll do that.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on, man.
Too
Okay.
soon, guess. Wizards looking good. They're climbing up.
Well, you said Boston. Both of y'all got Boston and Phoenix. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Milwaukee. And that West, man. Whoa, man, that's gonna be a toss up.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say right now, early Denver. I'll just say now Denver. It's gonna be tough for them, but like I said, because I think the Clippers can, take Phoenix. So we'll see what's happening with that, y'all. But anyway, y'all, appreciate you fellas, man. We had a great show tonight. Great talking. You guys are real quick, 30 seconds. If you want to say something to end this bad fella, want to thank everybody who showed up. Bella Black, Why Not Me, Sedaria, and the crew. Thank y'all for showing up tonight. So, fellas, in 30 seconds, you got anything, and then we're going to be out of here.
Hey, make sure y'all join $2 March Madness is on the ESPN Tournament of Champions. Their tournament, $2 is doing a March Madness contest. Mark participates in it every year. We giving out a grand prize for the person that wins the contest. Go and join the Two Dogs Sports Talk March Madness team on ESPN Tournament of Champions. Peace.
Give a shout out to my alma mater, me and Phil's. L's up. You won their conference tournament, the Sooner Athletic Conference, the SAC. They've been toured through the year, and they're going on to the national tournament, ranked in the top three in the top 3 or 4 in the country. They were ranked 2 for a little bit till they lost the game, and then they dropped down to 4. And so they won their conference, and they look good. They look good. That team went from worst to first, literally from worst to first. They didn't win a game. They won 1 game last year, guys. 1 game last year, and now they won 25 games. Only lost 2. So, hats off to the coach. Truth is, coaches make a difference, and so do players. Anyway, I got it. L's up.
L's up. All right. Once again, I wanted to get another double shout out to my Barrett County Panthers. And also next week, y'all, I'm trying to get one of the top he's trainers. He has his gym. We call it SA Legends. I'm trying to get Mr. JC, Mr. John Collins in to talk high school basketball next week. It's during the playoffs. And so we're going to, Jeremiah, if you got any outstanding high school players, Mark, you coach at high school, you guys want to highlight, that way we can cover California, Texas, Oklahoma. And so let's talk some high school. It's their playoff time. We got a couple.
High school basketball.
High school basketball. High school basketball, yeah.
Playoffs now. I was almost going to go to a game, but I don't think I'm going to make it because the game started 30 minutes ago.
Well, man, like I said, man, I was giving back. I was subbing, man. So one of the elementary, he was in elementary now. He's a sophomore now in high school, and they ranked like they 1 or 2 in the city, man. So they playing tomorrow night in the playoffs, Brendan High School, and we also checking out Warren High School. So we're into high school basketball. So we'll see. We'll try to see and give JC come on and let's talk because he knows the state. He can cover the whole state of Texas. So you guys bring California, Oklahoma.
I can bring Oklahoma. I mean, I can bring California to it. I follow it pretty deeply.
There you go. We'll go talk high school. We can see if we can talk some high school basketball next week. So right now, and also y'all, before we get out of here, don't forget, go check out the Tan TV shop, y'all. Shop Black, okay? The Tan TV shop. You can put, we're looking for vendors to put their items in the Tan TV shop. Don't cost you nothing. The system works very well. And we want to shop black, man. We want to become a place where where you come, you shop in black, and you're getting great quality. The Tan TV shop. So, fellas, I appreciate you guys. That's all I got tonight until next Tuesday. You've been watching Tan TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. It's Sports Talk with Mark, Jeremiah, Phil, Vance, your host. We out, y'all.
Peace out.
Hey.
Tell me what's the vibe.
Tell your love is so unreal to me. When I look into your eyes and see, the realization that you're down with me. From 1 to 1, it's you and me, yeah. Baby girl, you got it. Show all about it. So won't you come and be with me? Just can't deny it. Ain't mad about it. Ooh, girl, you set me free. One chance, love. but I can say I gotcha. I know you feel the same way too. Certified is just the way it is. From one to one, this love's so true. Yeah, baby girl,